title is gonna be called The Laundromat because, you know, it's, money is being laundered. You know, I mean, it's an expression from switching from one game to another. You know what I mean? Because coming up, all we knew was selling drugs. You know what I mean? We sold crack, but now we rap. You know what I mean? So the money is just switching over pretty much. So it's just a metaphor for money change. I'm sitting there, I'm viewing the game, I'm viewing my life, and you know how I converted and what I did, how I changed. And Laundromat explains it all. You know what I mean? Like, shit is just, money is being made differently than what it was before. You know what I'm saying? Just me, the person that I am. You know what I mean? Just being myself. That's the image. You know what I mean? Just me being me. You know what I mean? Throughout the whole process, recording, interviews, whatever, videos, just giving you me all the way, 100%. So that's all it is. It's just security, you know, as a person, just in life. You know, the more secure you become, the more secure you feel. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I ain't, you know, ain't no reason to hate on nobody. I ain't mad at nobody. I ain't angry with nobody. I'm just too busy doing me to be worried about another person's happiness. I'm worried about mine, you know what I mean? And looking out for all my homeboys. My homeboys, we all look out for each other. DLK, hustle up, you know what I mean? Just all about taking care of us and making sure we good, you know what I mean? So we can do for others. You know what I'm saying? You can't spend all your time worried about doing for others if you can't. You got to make something happen first, then you can start doing for others. So we're just trying to make something happen for us right now so we can, you know, spread the love later on down the line. I remember how it started. I remember the very first thing I done for DLK was, it was a couple verses through my homeboy Home Wrecker. Got me tapped in with Dirty J. You know, I went to Vallejo to the studio, banged out like 2 verses, and I say maybe a few hours later, I met up with Dirt for the first time. We chopped it up for a minute, and one phone call. He ain't looked back since. He said he wanted to work on a project. We just been locked in ever since. Become more like my brother, like, you know, like fam at this point. So that's how it all started for me. One phone call. Yeah, I did a mixtape called Millionaire Mission, Volume 1. I was on a bunch of Messy Marv albums. I was part of this group, Click Clack Gang. Yeah, I'm Young Boo, Click Clack Gang. We had a bunch of songs put out on his shit, all on his album. We never did nothing ourselves. The only thing we really did that I felt like I actually had control over as far as recording was Filmo Nation, Volume 1. And yeah, that was like the first real, you know, project that I was all over. And other than that, it was just a bunch of Messy Marv albums. But nothing I put out myself though. That was me. I was a young nigga then. I mean, what was that? That was like 2005, bros. It was the thick ass brawl. Me, Luch, and Skrill, we lined up side by side. The one bitch ran up to me and was like, she said, I'm standing by him. And stood next to me, and that's the one that the nigga messed. He was palming her ass. She was thick. She was a bad one. Yeah, I remember that shit. It was me, it was Luch, it was Skrill, it was Mess, and it was just the bras. I think it was just us. I mean, I remember it was a couple more people. I can't really remember who was all there, but I just know as far as the group members, we was there. Home Wrecker was in jail at the time, so Wreck wasn't there. He was locked up, but he was with us, but he wasn't with us. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all I remember. I mean, you know, everybody got it's communication barriers with that situation. Don't nobody know how to communicate with each other right. It's like motherfuckers don't know how to talk to each other, you know, like with sense. So it ain't gonna work out. And Mess, he's supposed to be spearheading the group, and he wasn't doing his job as a leader. You know what I mean? Not to attack him as a person, because it's like whatever issue we had before is like I'm past that shit. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? We ain't bumped heads anyway, so it's like I ain't whatever. But he wasn't doing his job as a leader. You know, he wasn't spearheading the group right. It was divide and conquer in that whole situation. He was spending all his time trying to make sure one person or 2 people was taken care of rather than everybody. And he kind of got lost in the sauce with that shit, you know what I mean? And it just didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work out. And plus, we ain't really do much. We ain't really do no shows. We ain't shot no videos. All we had was just songs out there. People ain't see our faces. They didn't know who we was. It was just a mess. You know what I mean? Like, literally. So that shit, it didn't work out the way it was supposed to, the way it could have. Like, that shit could have been big. That Click Clack Gang shit, that shit could have been big. He wasn't leading right. He didn't know what to do. You know, he dropped the ball, man. And that's like the realness of the situation. He dropped the ball. It wasn't about no money. Nobody gave a fuck about no money. Me, I'm a hard worker, man. I get in the booth, I bangs it out. I don't waste no time in that motherfucker. All we have to do is work. So, it wasn't gonna work out. I see longevity. I see, you know, I don't see nothing but things getting better. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in things getting worse. Things can only get better. And from this point, that's all I see. I see a bright future for all of us. You know what I mean? Me, I'm just a link in the chain. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I see us working, man. That's it. Dirt has a lot on his plate. Dirt needs to just, you know, take some of that food off the plate. It's too much. You got too much food on this plate, man. You want to eat to be satisfied and not eat to be full. You know. But nah, I just think we all need to just sit back and figure out, you know, what we doing as a camp. You know, what's the ultimate goal? Like, together, we need to all get on one accord. But other than that, though, all the artists, I encourage all of us to all come together, like physically, mentally, just everything. We all come together. We all get on the same page. We all know what the next move gonna be, and we ahead of it. You know what I'm saying? We execute our own, like, whatever missions we're given, we execute them. You know what I mean? And we play our parts. And that's the only way it's gonna work. Is if everybody understand their job, they do their job, they do it right, and that's the only way to go. I mean, hard work pay off at the end of the day. We just got to put it in together. You know what I mean? Like a company can't be run with just one man. Like, we are our own machines. We have to play our parts as machines to keep the you know, the flow, to keep it moving right. So that's all I encourage us to do. Just all come together as one and make shit happen together as a team, as a group. Like, you know, when you, like a car, each, like, you know, when you're driving a car, you flying an airplane, each piece of that machinery has a role it has to play in order for it to move and do its job. In order for it to fly, you know what I'm saying? Every piece is vital. Like, everything has a duty. You know, we just all need to come together and do our duty. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, me, on my first project, I was just so excited to put out an album. I wanted to give you everything I wasn't able to give you. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was dealing with mess, because I really want to give y'all some, you know, rough, rugged, raw, me all the way. Because that's me, I'm aggressive. And that's my music. My music gonna always be aggressive because I'm an aggressive person. But at the same time, mentally, you got to grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get wiser. And you got to be sharp enough to know you got to get wiser. You know what I mean? Yeah, but that's it with this project.
Suckers is hurt if you ain't having no cash. You probably worthless, nigga. I'm serving my purpose, stunting on purpose. Place an order for murder, I bring the front door service. I got a brand new vision, I see into the future. I'm on a brand new mission. Get in my way, I'ma shoot you. 100 racks at a time, I'm trying to get it together. I got a brand new grind, I bring the product wherever. Niggas know how I shine, my diamonds are forever. Heavyweight with the 9, you niggas light as a feather. I'm living like just how I said, pocket full of bills, nigga, you know how I play it. Deuces on the wheels, I got drink in my cup, swish sweet, full of good. 44 on my waist, man, I wish a nigga would. Fresh out the box, I'm brand new. I hopped out of the drop, I'm brand new. The price tag still on me, I'm brand new. I got that swag all on me, I'm brand new. I'm feeling so brand new. I rock brand new clothes. I got